Everybody, welcome to the Daily Fix. Look who's here.
Hey.
Can I say Joey Max here?
Yeah, man. Your favorite new kid.
Joey Max here.
Hi, buddy.
How are you?
Good to see you.
You like the beard, huh?
I like the beard, man. Yeah, it's
adds credibility.
It does. You're a journalist, you know, and it makes me want to answer your questions.
Good. What's the name of the new video?
My new video?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
So you got this quote in there, famous quote.
Yes.
What is it?
Oh,
It's the Godfather quote, man.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back
in.
Yeah.
So my question is,
Yes.
because it's also like a Fight Club inspired video.
Yeah.
If you were given the opportunity to either be in Fight Club 2 or The Godfather 4, and they were both filming at the same
That's a good
time.
one. That's a great question. Gotta go with The Godfather, right? Coppola? I mean, you can't say no to The Godfather. So, let's see. I think there should be a 4, because the 3 was a dip down. Godfather
Didn't like 3?
Well, I just didn't have, it didn't come close to the first 2, but...
A lot of people thought maybe they shouldn't even have made 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they should have just skipped right to 4 with Joey Mack in it.
That's right. I'm ready.
Now, listen, I know you've done acting. Before we get into the music, I want to ask you an acting question. I know you did Boston Public and you've done movies before. Has there been a role that you really wanted, like a notable one that you went up for but you didn't get?
There was actually what comes to mind. It never got made, but there was a series that was going to be made of Elton John's music, that all Daniel and Rocket Man and Alvin Tostig and all the characters in his music. This amazing series.
Wow.
And it was in
for TV?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was just too big to be made, but
wow.
I auditioned for it on tape in New York, and they were flying me out. And for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And I thought it was I was so excited that I was going to fly out and, audition for this. And it was a musical and the whole thing. I think it should still be made.
Amazing.
But I thought that would have been pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to stick around for the next hour.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Love to, man.
We're going to play some of your solo stuff. We're going to play some new kid stuff. We're going to play a Michael Bublé video later, maybe.
It's my man.
And we're going to talk a little more. So why don't you throw to your new video here? I'll let you do it.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is my new video. Here we go again.
On the Daily Fix.
On the Daily Fix.
That was the newest video from Joey McIntyre.
Yeah, man.
Can you really kick some ass like that?
No. Can't fight my way out of a wet paper bag, but that's why we make videos,
We're going to play some old school New Kids on the Block coming up.
Nice.
And,
what are we going for? A little hanging tough?
Yeah, we got to do hanging tough.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit more maybe about kids.
Kids are good.
Maybe about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay.
Coming up on the Daily Fix. He's like, whatever, dude. All right, welcome back to the Daily Fix. How you feeling?
I like this set, man.
It's comfortable, right?
It's nice. It's a room. It's not a set.
It's a room.
You put this together.
Well, we're in my house.
Loft. Yeah.
We're in my house.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this question. What was the first solo album, Stay the Same, right?
Yes.
So that was, I guess, you wrote that like 97, 98, or maybe even before?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
So, I mean, that ended up doing really well for you. But I want to ask you about initially coming out of the group.
Yeah.
What kind of difficulties did you face going to record companies? Did you have that, you're not part of the group and we're scared?
Yeah, I mean, we had gone away for a few years, and they just wanted, you definitely got the meetings, and they wanted to know what you were up to, and you tell a few stories, but they weren't really ready to get behind my music. I think partly it was because I was, I had made the record myself, and I've always made my records on my own, and then they've gotten picked up. So I was never that kind of guy that came in and said, make me an album. Just tell me when to be in the studio and I'll sing. So that was part of it too. And part of it is you got to prove yourself. You got to make it happen on your own, no matter what business you're in. And I finally just decided, let me just try to get on the radio and book some shows. And
you did that yourself?
Yeah, and then, the fans, again, they were into it, you know, and it just kind of took off from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was can you remember the first, post New Kids news, professionally? the phone call or the news that you got, you were like, yeah, like the first post New Kids thing?
Yeah, well, I got a movie called The Fantastics. It was based on one of the longest running shows in the world. And it's kind of like a rite of passage for like high school theater, The Fantastics. That song, try to remember the kindness of September. Yeah, it's one of those. And I got that movie, and it was great. And it was, you know, I was sort of naive in the way that I didn't know how lucky I was. Like, so many people auditioned for this role, and I got it. And it was fun to just make a movie and kind of take off in a new direction. And it was pretty cool.
And now we're just waiting for Godfather 4.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna play some old school New Kids on the Block.
Nice, more old school.
We're gonna start with Hangin' Tough, I think. All right, Hangin' Tough on the Daily Fix.
Oh, okay.
Right now. Do you want to do it? Let you say it. I just took.
I like this oh better than the other oh.
Here's New Kids on the Block on the Daily Fix. Now, Michael Bublé was one of our very first guests on this show.
Really?
And we've got his video coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have a Michael Bublé story?
You know, it's funny you should say that. Well, you guys don't have. Do you have Pinkberry up here yet?
Who? What?
Pinkberry. Pinkberry is it's sort of ice cream. It's yogurt. It's not yogurt. It's not ice cream. It's like this soury. It's an acquired taste. Anyways,
Okay.
It's these ice cream stores, and they're way too expensive, but people are addicted to them in
Right.
New York and LA, and they're gonna blow up, and I'm sure they'll be up here. Anyways, with my son, and we just went to my 2-year-old son. We just went to dinner, and he has to go to Pinkberry, of course. So I take him there. We have some small group of people goes up, orders some stuff, and comes around. And out of nowhere, I'm there, and this guy walks up in a baseball hat, and he goes, "Joe, Michael Bublé." Whoa, buddy, you know, great to meet you. Now, he was with his family. They were down from Canada, you know, for the holidays, and he said, you know, my sisters love you guys, and he grew up with the New Kid stuff. He was the younger brother, so he had to hear it and all. And he goes, I used to sing all that music and everything. I mean, you know, the guy's an amazing artist, and it was great to meet him. And we sat down, and you know, we
Had some
talked to a little
Pinkberry
shop,
together?
and we had some Pinkberry, and it was nice to meet his family, and he
Cool.
was very nice. He said, come down to the shows anytime. He's a good guy. So
Cool.
it was kind of fun to meet people that way.
Well, if we do have Pinkberry in Canada, we better get some free stuff sent to us immediately.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Pinkberry. But this video is great. His new video is...
Yeah, we're gonna see that after the commercial, Claudette?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up.
All right,
Hey.
Pinkberry, send it.
Yeah.